YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube Community Group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Hello, good evening, welcome to this week's YouTube Tuesday with me, Jason, here at Barnabas Junction. How the devils are you? Hope you're all well. So, we're having a bit of a break from the bridge scene, Prodject Bridge, we'll call it. We're having a bit of a break this week, and we're going to be getting on with installing some lights. But before we do anything, we've got to do the usual for the show, as we do every single week, and that's thank all the channel members for joining us. So, thank you very much for everybody who does support this channel. Big thumbs ups to you all. Please do check out these channels if you haven't already done so. Go over to their channels, and if you like what you see, please do subscribe. So there is the list of everybody that does support this channel via channel membership. Link if you want to become a channel member is in the description of the video and is on the homepage of the channel. So huge thank you to every single one of you in that list there, as always, each and every week, for supporting this channel by being a channel member. And if you are a channel member, you get to see some behind the scenes stuff way before the public do, and a few extra bits and bobs now and then as well. So thank you to everybody again, as always, for being a channel member. And obviously thank you to all you subscribers too. That is for free. Being a subscriber is for free. If you're not already subscribed, please click the bell, click subscribe, and click all on that bell for make sure you don't miss out on any notifications. So a big thumbs up to everybody that is a subscriber. Thank you very much for being a subscriber, and I appreciate it greatly. So yes, we're going to be looking at the TMD this week, putting in these yard lights. So we're going. I'm torn between two things to do this week, and that was work on the bridge or do these. Now, the one thing that swung it for me in the end was the fact that I am waiting for products to continue with the bridge, and I don't really want to be going any further with anything more until those products have arrived and we can get on with doing them, i.e. the abutments, trees and stuff like that, and shrubbery, because I'm running low on the stuff. So that all has been ordered, and it should be here, fingers crossed, for next week's show. In fact, it should be here by weekend probably, so I'll get progress on that. So we'll probably next week we'll be looking at the brick wall from round the churchyard, and looking at also scratch building the footpath that will come down from the churchyard down to the river scene. So it all ties in because I need the abutments in to know whereabouts that footpath's going to be. So fingers crossed we should have that by next week. So make sure you tune in next week. Right, before we get started then, before we get on with these lights, let's do the first shout out of the show. Tonight's first shout out of the show, nice and early in the stream so we can get on with this, is going to a channel with currently only 333 subscribers, all the threes. That channel is called Evemodel. Great little channel, and I think this channel does have a little bit in its about section as well. Actually, it has a lot. So I'll give a brief outline of what's in the about section. Feel free to go and check it out yourselves as well. The links will be going in the chat from our moderators this evening, who always do a sterling job. Thank you very much. I started my fun adventure in model railways, or train set, dare I say. It was a small boy wishing I could make a model railway. I was very lucky to have a dad that was a train driver in all types of trains. He built my brother and I a layout which was attached to the wall on pulleys. This was the best thing I ever had, remembering rushing home after school to play with it. As I got older, I lost a bit of interest. I think we all do that bit, don't we? And life gets in the way. So then he finally on with, after weeks of thinking about it, the layout, I started to lay track. You know, he's got on with the layout, and that is where my wife said, put it on YouTube channel for all to see. So here I am, asking this for you to watch and future generations. The layout is called Evemodel. It is a fictional model railway in 00 gauge. The time is now right, so I have found some space in the garage for a double oval 14 by 8 foot layout. So yeah, check out Evemodel. Already I'm seeing the subscriber numbers jump up. Great little layout, and he does do some regular videos, so make sure, obviously, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, select all for notifications so you don't miss any uploads, and interact with that channel. Go in his latest video and drop a comment, give him some thumbs ups on them as well. So that is Evemodel. First shout out of the show today. Let's have a look. What's the subscriber numbers looking at? 337. So it's gained 4. Keep them going, guys. You might wish you hadn't, because it is a great channel. Right, so that is the first shout out of the way for tonight's show. So let's have a look at who is in the show tonight. Digger Evans, Model Railway Flyman Chairmo 1. Hemel Down, Mark is in. Good evening to you all. Who else have we got in? Clybridge Station. Good evening to you. Thank you. Malvern Junction is in. New Durham Junction, I think he's busy at work when he's tuning in, so he'll be in and out like a fiddler's elbow. Alan Reynolds, who else have we got in also? Alan Reynolds there. Clive Cabold, good evening, Clive. Hope you are well. Who else is in? I've not refreshed it, so I could go back to the beginning, so I might miss actually a few, because it might update not for me, because it has a habit of doing that. Dinmore Junction Model Railway. Jeff Reeman of Jumble Lane Model Railway is in. Good evening to you both. Tico, good evening. And Dinmore saying hi to everybody. Who else is in? Owen's Model Railways. Hi, Owen. Hope you are well. Who else is in? I've not said hello to. Dave, Swindon Junction. Good evening. How is everyone? We are fine. Thank you very much, Dave, for joining us. Flint Hills, Jeff Hammond. Hi, Jason and all. Good evening. Smallwood Junction, also good evening to you. Brayworth Park, evening Jason and all. Evening Brayworth, thank you for joining us. Railway 187, good evening everybody, good evening to you. CSX Rensville saying evening also. And Valley Brook is in. Hey up Valley, where you been hiding in the darkness, in the shadows? Who else is in? Martin's Siersma, thank you very much Martin for joining us. And everyone's saying Newland Railway is just popping up there. Good evening all. Evening to you too. So we'll come back to the chat and say good evening to all that are in. Right. We have got a little bit of an unboxing as well that's going to be taking place in tonight's stream, because I've had a little bit of a special delivery. Let me just grab it, if I can, without knocking anything over. Here we go. So I had a little bit of a special delivery today. See what I mean? Special delivery. Sent from a viewer who sent something to visit. What will this be? Well, we'll wait a little bit later on for the stream, so make sure if you want to know what's in this, make sure you stay with us. You might like it. You might not. You might a little bit. So that will be coming a little later on the stream. So what we're going to be doing is looking at these lights. Now these are, I'll show the box. These are, New Durham Junction had these on his layout, and I was like, oh, they look good. And they're made by Evemodel. Now these are available on Amazonia, as we'll call it, Amazon, and they're only, I think they were $12.99 for 5. Is it 5 in the pack? Yeah, 5 in the pack. They come with resistors as well, and I think these are absolutely splendid. I saw them on New Durham Junction's layout, and these are superb yard lights. Now I have decided where they're going to go. Obviously, we're going to be replacing the two lights that are in front of this depot. We're going to replace them because, if you remember previously, I said that these were getting really hot. So those two are going to get replaced. And as you might not see it, so let me just see now. You probably won't see it because it's that, but where my thumb is, yeah, you can just make it out. I've test fitted one in there, and that's where that one of them is going to go. So I've drilled out the hole ready for it. It's not wide up. Wires are just dangling down underneath. But we do have already the places of the additional ones that are going in. So what I'm going to do before we get any further, I'm just going to move the camera closer to the TMD so you can see it in all its glory. So there we go. That is the one that it's already in. You can just see it here. And these are a brilliant height. They're a perfect height. I don't know who chose that this was a perfect height, but I can tell you now that is a perfect height. And there's also going to be one just in front of the camera here. Just here. If I can just feed the wires through. There we go. There's going to be one there. So they are a bit close together, but that's not a problem because I want it to illuminate this area, because the way I've looked at it is we've got lighting on the fuel depot. There is lighting already on the fuel depot. There is lighting in front of the shed here, just overlooking these trains. There is lighting in front of this here, just looking down. But I didn't want really to put any lighting directly in the middle because of the bridge. I wanted to keep the bridge as a focal point. But obviously we're going to be putting, let me open up the box. So this is what they come in, this little plastic box. The other three are still in here. And you can see there's the resistors that go with them. Make sure you don't wire them up unless you've fitted a resistor. And they do come with a little bit of an instruction. Is it in English? Yes, it is. A little bit of an instruction on putting these in, wiring them up to your main accessory wire, or if you want to put it on the bus wire, you can do. So that is handy. So we've got another 3 here. So the one's going to be replacing that. We won't get all these in tonight, and that one's going to be replacing that. And this other one, the 5th one, is going here. So I think we've got, so these the 3 are a little bit close together. I did think about putting it down here, but I wanted it to kind of light up the end of this area here. So that is going to go there. So it's like 3 in a row there and 2 in a row just here beside the camera. So I think that's adequate. If I feel I need to put some more, get some more, I can do. But for the time being, we're going to go with these 3s. I'm 99% certain that's why that one will go. Like I said, I did consider putting it here, right at the end, but I'm more preferred to put it here. So, as I said, we've got resistors for these that have to be fitted before they can go in and connect up. Now these two are already connected up, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to power up the layout so you can see those ones lit up. There you go, so you can see the previous ones. You can just see them there, they did light up. And they're not very bright, they're quite orangey. You can see the light on the front of the depot lit up there. And what I'll do later on is I will turn the loft lights off so you can actually see everything in action. So what we're going to be doing is looking at connecting these up. I think I'm trying to decide now which ones should we connect up first. I have got extra wiring available. Got my extra wire available, ready to connect these up. But where should we start? That is a good question. But let's have a look at the chat, see what people are saying. Right. And who else have we had in jumping in also since I last said hello to everybody? So, excuse me. Did I hear Paul Daniels? A little bit, but not a lot. I bought wheel sets, couplings and trees from Evemodel. They are great. Interesting to see how their lights will be, says Railway 187. Arthur Humphreys. Hi, Jason, and everyone in chat. Hello to you, Arthur. Thank you for joining us. Finniton Central. Brian, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Everyone's still saying hello to one another. Oh my, wait, Jason, I'll have them done in 10 minutes, says New Durham Junction. I bet you would. But not during a live stream, you wouldn't. Valley Brook saying, hopefully I can get my mojo back. Because you've left it here. I've got it hidden away in a drawer. Jason, will you be light ahead after this? I'll get my coat, folks. Yeah. Light years ahead, won't it? Light years ahead. So let's have a look at setting these up. Obviously, I'm going to be spending some time underneath while wiring these up. So I'm going to go down under to have a look at the current wiring. Would you like to see underneath spaghetti underneath here and have a look at Spaghetti Junction? I bet you do. Who would like to have a look at Spaghetti Junction? Please let me know. Hopefully I can get my mojo back. Evemodel PCB012 power distribution board allows you not to use resistors and dimmer the lights. Oh, right, okay. VHS tapes. I'll have signal sets on poles and signal units for gantries from Evemodel 2. They work nicely. Yes, let's go down under. Everyone's saying, let's go down under. Okie dokie. Let's see what I can do without tangling wires. Right. Let's have a look at Spaghetti Junction. Are you ready? Take a look at that. So we just tighten that up so it's not wobbling about. So this is underneath the TMD. There's obviously another section just there, but it's blocked off by them tubs because I don't need to get there. This is Spaghetti Junction. If anybody says that DCC is only 2 wires, take a run and jump, because that is completely a lie. This is just the TMD only. This is not the main layout, it's just the TMD only. Trevor Stubbs, good evening. Thanks for joining us, Trevor. So what do you think? Is that a bit of a Spaghetti Junction? I bet many of you, Holy Moses, said Tigger. Yeah, I bet many of you that do DCC do have things in a bit more of a tidy fashion. Let's see if we get some light up there. See if we can illuminate it a bit. Yeah, there we go. Lighting is definitely something I have to improve on my layout. That's a nice job, Jason. I can't take all the credit for this because obviously a lot of this was already wired up when I got it. Yikes, good going with the labeling. There's nothing labeled underneath here pretty much. It's guesswork. It's only 2 wires, says New Durham Junction. So let's get down under myself and let's have a look. Let me see. So I'm not sure what you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can see. So we've got one set of wires here that are from the lights. We've got another set of wires here, and if I just turn the camera a fraction, we've got a set here, which is so they're the 3 new ones, and then the old sets actually come through here and here. So obviously these are already wired in with a resistor, so that's all got to come out, which is going to be a bit fun without damaging any other lighting which is also connected to it. So what I'm hoping to do is all the light, there is a block connector underneath here, as you can just see there, white. So I'm hoping, let me just see, there is other lighting on this layout. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to wire in to all that other lighting. I'm just looking now. There is some wires there, or they're points, they're juicers. That's not that. There's some light there, droppers, so no, can't connect to that. Fortunately, I know pretty much what every wire is on here, thank God. Well, Chuff Railways, good evening. Cheers for dropping by. Mine's still on 2 wires, not fitted the bus or the droppers. Hi guys, says Trevor. Hope you're all well. Nights tonight and tomorrow, so just checking in to show my support. I will catch up at the weekend. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you very much, Trevor. Hope you have a safe and peaceful night at work. Right, so what do you think then, guys? Now, I'm not going to do any soldering. Splice into the wires. I'm not going to do any soldering. Because in case things go wrong. The soldering will come later. I like doing soldering. It is definitely better for continuity, but there's a lot of block connectors underneath here purposely done so that if there's a need to take some off without having to get the soldering iron off. So if I turn this round now, take a look at that lot. There are block connectors, spliced connectors, wires galore. We've obviously got the control panel. Just that's the hole there that goes up into the control panel. All this wiring, plenty of looped wiring. This is from all the point motors. They all go into the control panel just there. This is the power feed board for those point motors. So all the power comes to here from this end of the layout. It comes in, all comes into here, then goes off to the point motors, and then round into the control panel, and then obviously the negatives go back out again. So yeah, it's a nightmare amount of wiring, but you won't believe it, but I actually know where everything goes, pretty much do. Yeah, that's a better view, isn't it? Right. What's splice into the wires? I'll have to do a lot of onboard wiring so I can see the old IDE computer ribbons coming in handy. Yeah, I've thought about doing things like that, utilizing IDE cables, because they are good to use, and you can obviously get them flat. So let's see. So we've got a wire there, and there's 2 on that side, and we've got a wire over on this side. You can't see that on the camera. So I want to connect these 2 together, each with its own resistor. They will reach, and then run a wire through to the other one on this far side, and then to this block connector. So I want all 5 of them powered by one block connector, so I know where they all feed from. But what I want to do first is just see where the wires for this actual block connector come from. Feeding through, they go into there. So they go into the main, that's it. So it goes there, it's there. So it actually feeds into there. There it is. They actually feed into there. So the power is being taken from that, goes to a block connector over here. Not sure if you can see that. And then spread out. So I may end up moving that block connector. So I need a screwdriver. Let's see what we can find to get cracking. We have the screwdriver. Right. So I'm going to turn the camera so you can see more than what I'm doing. Here we go. Tilt it down. Right. So that. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh. So I can see what you're seeing. There we go. Let me just move the camera. Right. There we go. So you can see me. Right. So the block connectors here, you can just see it's white. So we're going to disconnect the wires from this one for the old lights that are up there. What I might do actually is disconnect the power. Right, so that's isolated now. We have no power on this TMD because we don't want to be blowing anything else. And there is our wiring. Now what I've got to do is the ones that go to the current lights that are up there, I need to remove, which is that one and that one. For some reason, I don't know why, but there's actually three wires that go to them. Okay, right. So I'm not going to use any right, so I'm not going to use any solder for this right now, so I'm just going to break that off. There we go. And I need to disconnect that as well, which goes to that resistor board, which I need to keep on there. There we go. So that is the shed light. So I've removed the shed light so I can leave that dangling. So we're now left, which is oddly wrapped around there. So I'm actually going to snap those apart because I don't want those on now. There we go. Right, so they are now the old lights disconnected. I'll go up top and lift them out. So here we go. There's one. There's one out. And there's the other one out. Pulled out. Let's drop the new ones into their place. That's one in. And that's two in. Now I'm not going to secure them into place yet, so make sure they are perfectly straight. So they are now in. I need the box. Pardon, excuse me a moment. Right. Ooh. It's a tight squeeze underneath here, so I need the box, which I've pulled the box down and the resistors are not in them. Where have I put the resistors? There they are. So we've got the resistors. Oh, too old for this. Let's get comfortable. Let's have a look at chat. That was funny, Stuart. I can remember. What's he on about now? These lights should be all right with ID ribbons. Yeah, this is very neat wiring. Thank you very much, Brayworth. Your phone's just gone dim. Digger, it looks very daunting. If something goes wrong, there's a nightmare of wires to look through. Yeah. Jason, you should see the wiring on my old loft layout, which is on its way out, mate. You should see the rest of the wiring on there, especially the other control panel. They're all the same colour. If something goes wrong, I have no idea which one goes where. I'm getting flashbacks of Valley 1 on the rail track inspection. They killed it. Yeah. I can imagine, Clive, I have seen some fine cable routing on some layouts. Yeah, I have it all. Absolutely top-notch work, some of the cable trunking of wiring. That was funny, Stu, I can remember that. Small block connectors are indeed a handy solution. Yep. I just have a 3-volt bus wire for my streetlights, and that looks scraggly, like broken spider webs. I think that's what these originally were. And yeah, these are much better wiring. This is definitely much better. Tight squeeze, an ex-boyfriend's once said that. Steady. There's some intuition in some of the DCC wiring looms. Yeah. Right, so let's get a resistor. Now, the resistor goes on the red wire. And what I need is to strip the wires back. For that, I've got my trusty wire strippers. I'm going to strip quite a bit out. There's plenty of wire on these, absolutely plenty. And it helps if it doesn't cut it. There we go. Wow, that is fine wire. Hang on a second. Let me adjust that. Strip a bit more. I would use the good old gob method, but I'm too worn out to get up there. So, because this wire is exceptionally thin, what I do is I'll get the wire right up against the edge of the resistor, wrap the wire around the resistor wire, and then get the resistor wire and wrap that around the wire itself to ensure, obviously I'm not doing any soldering, so it ensures that it doesn't move. So I'm just going to keep doing it as it is unraveling. There is obviously much tidier ways of doing this, but for this we're doing it like this. There we go. So that now is on the end of the red. I'm going to do it on the other one as well while I think on, if I can remember where I've just put the resistors. There they are. So we'll do all of these. There's 3 here. So we've got the other one as well here. So we'll get the red wire, the positive, or if you want to call it that. Strip that back. Where have I put the resistor now? There it is. And we'll wrap the wire around the resistor wire. Now you don't need to worry about which way around the resistor goes, because it's always the same. Just making sure that there's no passover. Yeah, that's fine. So now we'll get the resistor wire, twist that round. So that's that one done. That's 2. And we'll do the 3rd while we're here. I've got the right one, yeah. And 3rd one. Where is it? There it is. So doing it like this, it's showing that don't be afraid of wiring stuff up. You don't need to be an expert in soldering. You don't need to be an expert in wiring. You can do it as simple as you want. Now I have got some heat shrink, and I was looking for it just before we went live, but I can't find it. It is somewhere, but where is the question? So I'll come back to finding that another time. One of the reasons also that I'm not soldering it's because I want to put heat shrink on them. So I'm just wrapping the resistor wire now around the core of the red to make sure it doesn't move. I'm happy with that. So that's 3. Now, hopefully, what we can do, because these are so close together, we should be able to connect all 3 of them together. Yes. So what I'm going to do now, the resistors, and just for the temporary measures, I'm going to twist all 3 resistors together. I'm not saying this is the way to do it, but this is the way I'm just doing it for today. So I'm just twisting all the opposite ends of the resistors together so we can get the connection for the red simply into here. Now what I don't know is which one is positive and which one is negative. but it won't blow it, so that's not a problem. So I'm just going to now do the same with the blacks. Strip a bit off the black on each one. One, two, three. One, two. Oop. Come on. Reach. It will reach. Three. Not quite. It does reach. There we go. Might struggle with this one. And blacks are a little bit shorter. What I might have to do is get its own. Let me just get it a separate block connector for that and give it an extension. Where's my knife? Right, slight change of plan. I have some joining block connectors with pin pegs on them. These are really good, but they're a little bit expensive. I'm going to use that for attaching these. Right, to give a little bit of extra maneuverability, because I'm going to just make some minor adjustments on the placement of that block connector there. Right, which way around does that go? Just in case it happens to be the wrong way around. Right, which is the screw bits? They are there. Let's put them in there instead. And the blacks, where are they? There they are. One black. Let's twist those two together. They're so fine they won't twist. This is where soldering really does come in handy. And we'll get the third, which just reaches. Just, if I can just get my fingers around it. There we go. Are they twisting? No, they're not. Struggling to make these twist together. It's getting rather warm under here. Whew. May have to give them a bit of an extension, I think. The black wires are definitely shorter than the red ones, but I can't get. They won't behave themselves, and they won't twist together. Oh, I think that one is finally. I think that one has. See if I can get that one to twist together now. The joys of wires. No, that one's not going to reach. Right. Let me get my wire reel. I'm going to extend these with a bit of black. So we've got plenty of black to play with. Right. So I don't need much. I think we will. There's two there. I think we'll extend it so it goes over to that one. So we'll extend these two. So let me undo those two again. So it goes over here. So let me cut that in half. And then strip that back. Just a small extension. See, if I'd have soldered all that together now, I'd have to be desoldering it to make it work. Okay, that's one. Don't worry about bare wires, I'll deal with that later on, as I have gone and left my insulating tape in my shed. So I'll insulate them. As I say, I've got to do the shrink wrap as well, the shrinking around them as well. So I'll do that all at the same time. So now twist those together and twist that together. There we go. So all the blacks are now reaching, and we'll place that into there. Yes, success. Okay, so all we need now, so I'm going to take this off the original block connector. There's the wires for that. So I have no idea which one is the positive and the negative. No idea at all. So if I can remember where I put the other end. Where have I put it? Excellent. Can't find it. There's the other end of that block connector. There it is. Oh. So I'll now, because what I can do is if it is wrong, I can literally just unplug it, turn it around and put it the other way. So let's put those in. And connect them in. There we go. That is connected. So we should have 3 lights active. Let's take you back up the top and let's have a look at them. Ooh. There we go. Look at the ceiling. Right, let's turn that off. Sorry about the hand in front of the camera. Let's bring the camera onto the board so you can see those lights. So we've got one there, one here, and one here. Obviously they're not in place, they're not secured in place just yet. So I want to know whether they work. Let's see if they do. Are you ready? Let's give the board some power. We have track power. Here we go. We have LEDs. Now I have no idea what sort of illumination difference did that do. Oh, you can see it on the camera. All LEDs are working. So let's, if I can, turn the loft lights off. Just about reached. There we go. Nice. Not too bright. Not too dull. All bulbs are fully lit. Still thinking about putting one here. Let's have a look how they look on the stream. Looking very good. Let's take you down a bit lower. Bear with me. Adjust the camera's tripod. There's a Class 37 in the way. There we go. That's a nice bit of illumination. Quite pleased on them. And so easy to connect up. Much better than what was originally there. I do think they give a lot more lighting. I'm just wondering now whether we just cover that over. These don't get hot at all. Just blanking that one off. Just wondering, maybe that one should be up there. But these are now obviously movable around the layout. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to secure them in place, in case I was not 100% happy with their location. Excuse the motorbike. Let's have a look what people say in the chat. There's plenty more people joined since I said hello to everybody, so let's scroll back through the chat and have a look what people are saying. How far back do I need to go? Right, Jeff, you should have soldered them. We could all have a laugh while the solder drops down on you soldering upside down. Yeah, one of the reasons why I didn't want to do that as well. Dragon Junction, good evening, Dragon Al. Thanks for joining us. Dragon Junction Mark 2. Saying hello. Timber's in, good evening. Everyone's saying hello to everybody that's just joined as well. Man, once you've done that, you can cover the wire and resistors over with electrical tape. Yes, I will do that eventually. I've got a bit of sellotape here if I need to. But eventually, once all the wiring is complete on this TMD, I'm actually going to put a board on the bottom to protect all the wires from accidental getting them damaged. And I've just put some thin plywood on the bottom. You can join the Barnabas. Yeah, thank you very much. Just messaged you, Jeff, says Valley Brook. Good afternoon all, says Craig's Hobbies and Trains. Are these resistors included with the lamps? Yes, they are. Who's asked that? That was Railway 187. They do come with the lamps. All for $12.99 posted, I think they were. So excellent. And they're metal. They are metal. They're not plastic. So the risk of damaging them is extremely low. A lot like the ones that I took out. These ones. These are plastic and will easily snap. These are more platform lights. I bought from little soldering connectors that use a heat gun to melt the solder. I've seen them recently. They've got the tools in at the moment. I've seen them. I did think about that. They've got the gas powered soldering iron in. Alan, I got one of my cataracts done on Saturday, says Clive. One down, one to go. Fantastic. Can't do wiring without my glasses these days. I find it better to do it without my glasses, to be honest. My eyesight is getting better close up. It's all this modelling. It's been training my eyes to be better. I could do with them lights for my TMD and fueling areas. Amazon, $12.99. What I will do is after tonight's stream, I will post the link, unless anyone can find. I know Craig sent me the link. If anyone, the moderators on tonight, can find the link for these, I should have sent them over to my mods earlier. I know Craig definitely has got the link. If anyone can do so, post the link for these in the chat. That would be greatly appreciated. The chat is working a lot better this week. I thought everyone was ignoring each other last week. Yeah, there's been a few changes to YouTube this week, and it seems to be working a lot better. The wires are thinner than a cat's whiskers. A cheap way of doing them, block connectors, is to use old bits of track, as the pins work very well. Yeah, I never thought of that. I use these Markling connectors, but block connectors are an interesting alternative. Yeah, that was from Rick at Well Chuffed. And guys, I've got to go now. See you all next week. Thanks very much, Clive, dropping by. You take care, Clive. Thank you very much. Malvin, I can never deal with the thin wire stuff. Yeah, it's very fiddly. I like what I use on my reel. I've had this since I started the layout, and this has been an absolute. It's actually, if I can get it to focus, speaker wire. High performance speaker wire, so it's got a good current on it. And this was a 100-meter reel, so you can see I've used quite a bit of it, but there's still plenty to go. Comes in handy very much. All my point motors, all my accessory wiring, everything is all using the same wiring, so it's all the same colour. Finiston said, did you work out the final street view areas that I stuck on the final bit of back scene on the street scene? Spring-loaded chop blocks or wagon connectors, job done. Yeah, I've seen them, and I've also seen from Westall Wagonworks, they've got some good clip connectors. I was looking at them yesterday. Railway 187, I recently moved my layout from the living room to the loft. It seems the loft is one of the most common places for model railways, or is it? I think it's a bit of a mix between lofts and sheds, really, big sheds. But yeah, lofts, especially it's becoming more and more common. All depends, obviously, many homes don't have the ability to use lofts. Who else have we had in? I know I've seen some people that have dropped in new. People saying these lamps posts look rather fragile, but super realistic. They are. They're not fragile. I'm actually bending them with my fingers. You can just about see it bending. That's metal. That is metal. If I bent and pushed them really hard, they will bend. But they are metal, coated metal, and then they're very strong. Looks good. Brilliant, Jason. Thank you. Looks great on camera. Thank you very much. Still got the other two to go in, so that will illuminate it. I think I'll get on with those in a moment. That is smart. Nice one. That's a good job. Thank you for the growler. Blinded by the lights. Yay, good 80s song. These lamps look really fantastic. Looks good. 39 minutes in the chat. Hit the thumbs up. Just need another one of the back scenes, says the growler. Very nice. Yeah, could do with Ewan. Leslie Gilpin Railways. I did think I saw someone else dropping in. Good evening to you, Leslie. Scratch build some cameras onto them. Yeah, you could actually get like CCTV cameras and attach them so they're underneath, pointing in your layouts. And I know like model companies do those as well. Route 7 Railway. Steve, good evening. Hi, everyone. Jason, those lights create a nice atmospheric scene. Yeah, they're not too bright, are they, really? And you can dim them down a bit more if you want to by putting a stronger resistor on. But I think them lights do give a good clean view. They're not overly bright. And there's 4 obviously on each stem, so they're not overly bright, but at the same time they're not too dim. Melvin Junction saying hello to Leslie, and Leslie saying hello to Melvin. Wow, they are metal. That's fantastic, says Railway 187. Yeah, indeed. Set of 5. Yeah, there is. There's 5 in the set. Let me get the box again. Oh. That's the box that they come in. And it does say Evemodel 5-pack Strass pen. I don't know what that means. But they are obviously a foreign brand. But Evemodel is a UK name for it. But they are supplied from the UK. They're not supplied from overseas anywhere. So they come directly from a UK distributor. Everyone's saying hello to one another still. Oh, there we go. Jumble Lane. Thank you very much, Jeff. Evemodel LSL04. Just check. Yes, that's right. LSL04-5EU. Model Railway lamppost lamps, LED streetlights, yard 00 HO scale 12 volt. There you go. Thank you very much, Jeff. He has put the link in for those if anyone's interested. They work a treat. Everyone's chatting away. That's the whole page on Amazon. Just be thankful the lights aren't end scale. The wires are really thin. Yeah, I bet. Mine's a bedroom, says New Durham. Yes, it is. The street view images are Portland terraced. $13.99 now, but still for a pack of 5 ready-made and all, still good value. They're impressive for what you can produce. Double O gauge 2, yes. Would look ace for something like a model of Basford sidings. Yeah, I thought that. I've been looking, especially when I've been up to the Locomotive Services Limited. I've been analysing what they've got, looking at Basford sidings as well, and these are very similar to some of the lighting that are in both locations. Paint them with yellow wash over the lamp. Yeah, you did say that. You can actually put a bit of yellow wash over the lamps to make them more dampen down the imagery. Remember, in real life, lights at maintenance depots and sidings are really high powered and bright white. Well, yeah, because they've got a large area to cover. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab you on the camera. So off the board, I'm going to attempt to go and turn the loft lights back on. So let's place you back on the table. Sorry for wobbling you everywhere. So you can see now, you get an overview distance. You can see the fuel station lamps there, very yellowy. But then you get the yard lamps over there, which give a good illumination in the distance. If I can get the camera to be straight. There we go. And you can see also coming from here, you've got the lighting from the front of that shed as well. I've not connected the light from the front of that shed back up yet. I'll do that shortly. But what we'll do is we're going to get on and get these other 2 here connected up to illuminate this side. But we'll do that after we've had our next shout out of the show. Oh, just getting a bit of refreshment. So it's shout out of the show time. Today's second shout out then. Let's bring them up so I know who I'm talking about. And this channel has only got 96 subscribers. It is a little channel. It does have an about section, and let's tell you all about it. The channel, shout out number 2 channel for tonight, is called Kirkby Bellars. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, if I've pronounced it correctly or not, but it's Kirkby Bellars. Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be building a double O gauge model railway, so take a look at my videos, and if you like what you see, then feel free to subscribe, comment and like. Thanks. And also find me on Instagram under Leicester_trains and Facebook as Kirkby Bellars. So it has a page on Facebook, also has an Instagram account too. So Kirkby Bellars, that is the number 2 shout out for the show. As always, interact with the channel if you're happy, and do subscribe. Give it some thumbs up, click the bell to make sure you receive notifications. I will be pleased if we can get him over his 100, and you've just smacked him on the nose. He now has 100 subscribers. Remember, interact with the channel. Drop a message on their most recent video saying you're subscribing to the channel. Wish them all the best and give them some thumbs up after hearing about it on the YouTube Tuesday feature at Barnabas Junction's channel each Tuesday. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and turn the loft light back on. It was a bit of a stretch without pulling any wires out and without breaking anything. There we go. Whoa, that was a stretch. Remember, so we've still got another shout out of the show to go, and this week we do have a modeller's moment, so make sure you stand by for that. And also don't forget, we've got our special delivery to open up for you guys tonight. So let me get comfortable because I need to sit down. Let's have a look. Are those lights quite bright? Can you see them? You can't really see them with this lighting now. Whew. So let's look at these 2. So we've got the other 2 here. I'll probably do these 2 105 now, says Digger. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. Did I miss one out shout out then? Yes, you did miss the first shout out of the show, Brian. First shout out of the show was Ickham Road. So just going to refresh my chat because it seems to have been messing about. There we go, that's better. Nearly finished the painting on the 060 shunter, says Flymo. Fantastic. Let's have a look at those subscriptions now. Let's see what they're doing. So let's come off that and go back to that. 106 subscribers. Well done to everybody. I say interact with the channel. If you're happy with what you see, give it some thumbs up. Comment on their latest video. Right. Just subbed. We'll watch later, says Effingham. Fantastic. Yeah, there we go. Diggers just and Flymo. Superb moderators this evening. Active in the chat with the links for everything that gets discussed tonight, as well as Jeff of Jumble Lane posting the link for those lamps. Thank you very much, Jeff. As always, highly appreciate my moderators' fantastic work each and every week. Right. What am I sat on? My block connectors. I thought something was sticking in me. So we've taken those out. I might find somewhere to use them. Maybe use them as street lights or something somewhere. I'm not sure, in maybe an old section. But in the meantime, I see there's such a lot of wires that come out of those. I'll just show you that's one. So there must, I don't know, let me count them. Right, so there's 2 black wires and a brown wire that comes out of them. So there's obviously 2 bulbs in those ones, and that's why there's a wire each, which is a bit poor, really. I think they're actually incandescent bulbs, the old ones that come out. So I'm glad that those come out because they did get really hot, and they were quite hot to touch at times. So we're going to be cracking on now with the final 2. Oh, today's refreshments. Totally tropical taste again. We're back on the lilt. Love it. Very refreshing. Right. So obviously these ones are further away from where the block connector is for the ones over this side. So when these are wired up, I'll get the resistors on again, and then I'll put them in a block connector and then run a wire all the way across to the connector over here. So I know. I hate being at work, says New Durham Junction. So, again, let's sort out my reel of wire because I've got a lot of extra on here. Let me just cut that off. There we go. Always keep me off cuts. So I'll chuck that in my drawer. There we go. And I'm going down under while you guys all enjoy yourself. Oh. So I need enough wire to feed through. So that'll go onto there and into that side. Yeah, I want it that side, that'd be right. And that will then go across that, following that loom. Yeah, so I need about that wire to be cut off. There we go, so I can take the reel away. Now I need to find my resistors. Where have I put them? They're in the tub. Where's the tub? There it is. So we get the resistors. I say, someone asked, do they come with the resistors? Yes, they do. We have 2 resistors left. A strip of 5. They also do come with instructions if you're not very good with your electronics. They do come with an instruction leaflet. But these are very, very simple. Trust me, you will not need instructions for these. Right. Would you like me to take you back down under to watch this again? Or are you happy to see them up there? What I am going to do though is disconnect the power again. There we go. Power to the lighting is now disconnected. Let's keep an eye on the chat. John at PW22, good evening. Thanks for dropping in. I think I might actually bring you down under so you can see what I'm doing. Right, here we go. Bringing you down under again. There we go. Oh, so I get the lighting. There we go. So here's the strip of wire that I'm putting in. So I'm going to connect this up to the current block connector we've already done. Which side was it? It was that side. So I need the red one for the red wires. Put them back in. And the black wire, let's undo that one and connect that one up. Let's tighten that up. That's tight, yeah, that's tight. Make sure they're pushed in. Yeah, that's pushed in, so that's wired up now. I can pull that tight. This will be tie wrapped onto here eventually. What I'll do is I'll just feed it over there for now. Okay. So what I need now, strip that back. Strip that back. And now we need the resistors, because we want to strip these red ones back. Just stab my finger. And do exactly what we did before. There's one. 2. And I'll strip the black ones while we're here. Okay, red ones. Oh, well, I've just broke that one. Let's just try that one again. There we go. And that one. So each one of these needs their own resistor. Don't put one resistor between the two, because that would only reduce it. It won't reduce it individually. You'll end up with it pulling more through it than it needs to. And we'll risk blowing them. Make sure you have each lamp has its own individual resistor. Okay, that's one on. My arms are in the way. Apologies. Resistor number 2. So now we'll try not to snap that.
Strip it again. There we go. And strip that one off. Did I not do that one? No, I mustn't have done it. There we go. Strip the blacks back. There we go. Connect the blacks together. Alright, that's that done. And what we'll do is the old block connector we used over the other side, I'm going to reuse that for here. So I'll just undo that fully. Okay, so the two resisted ones. Let's get them together, twist them together. There we go. And the black. That's in. And now we'll put the main wire in. Just twist that over. That's in. Twist that over. And what I'm going to do, if I can, it won't let me, I will do later on, is, in fact, I might be able to do it now. Just temporarily attach that to the baseboard. There we go, it's just temporarily screwed onto the baseboard, so it's not dangling down. Right, so let's take you back up top and illuminate those. Okay. Ooh, that was quick. Right, let's move that out of the way. Again, they're not finessed in their position. Well, let's see what we get. We have lights. Let there be light. Let's turn the loft lights off. There we go. Oh, one's just gone out. Oh, and come back on again. We must have a loose connection underneath there. Yeah, I do. I'm just touching the wires. One's not quite connected right. Let me just see if I can get some light. This is obviously where soldering is more preferred to ensure a good connection. Which one is it? I think it's that one. Yeah. One's struggling. There we go. I think we're all right now. The flickering lights are a good effect, says Melvin. Still flickering. That's because this is obviously because they've not soldered them together. But it does give a bit of realism, I suppose. I'm messing with them in the dark. And just see what I can do.
Might have actually come undone. Let me get some light underneath. See what we're doing. Not sure. Oh, there we go. Not sure whether that might be. I think it's the connection in the bottom of the lamp. There we go. It is on. Yeah, there we go. I think it's going to stay on now. So there we go. Good illumination underneath there. That does light up this considerable amount. Let's just take the camera back so you get a more distant view of there now. Whoops. So yeah, that's nicely lit up now. Tuesday night disco. Very realistic flickering lights. If you use the plug I mentioned earlier, you don't need the resistors. Yeah, I know. Good job, impressive. The secret light flash, the flickering lights are good. It's flickering again. That's rather realistic, isn't it? I know what it is. I do know what it is. And I'll sort that out. Leave it blinking and have some end power vans around it fixing the lamppost. I can see it on the stream with flashing. It's dead funny. Are the details on these Metcalf kits embossed or just printed? When they're both on, they cover quite a bit per LED. It's got a good flash on there, isn't it? Like watching Michael Bentley's Potty Time, just printed. Tuesday night disco. That takes me back. I quite like that flickering. I suppose it is quite realistic. Right. Well, I'm quite pleased with those lamps. They are giving a nice bit of coverage. Let's slide that 37 down there so you can see that well illuminated there. Let's take your camera up and you can have a look over it now. Obviously those lights, those lamps on the front of there, they are very bright, so I am going to dampen them down a little bit. I do think they're a little bit too bright. In fact, I can tilt them. Try and tilt them without breaking. That's better. Yeah, I tilt them down so they're not blinding. Oh. I'll sort that out. But yeah, this side. Let's take you down below. Very good. And obviously, I say this area is still in darkness, but maybe we could put a light there. Maybe get some more. May consider moving one of those instead, so they're not next to each other. If I did move any of those, I'd move this one that's closer and put this further down. Overall, pleased with that illumination. That definitely looking good. Right, now for me to try and clamber and put the loft lights back on. Ooh. Right, so that's the lights in, although we have got one that's flickering, which is a bit unfortunate. I will sort that out. This is one of the reasons, again, why I didn't want to secure them in just yet, because in case there was a problem with any. It's still flickering. Might just strip the insulation back on that to sort it out. Right. Nice spread of light, thank you. So, I have been making preps ready for the work on the bridge with what I can do. So let me just clear this table so I can show you. Bear with me. So I'm bringing the camera back over now. Still got that light flickering. Ooh. There we go. Right. Hello. Ooh, nearly dropped the camera down the back of the table. Hello. Right. Let me just spread that out. There we go. Get you level. Right. I did do some work on preparation for the bridge. Let me spin you around. Well, there's the bridge. Pretty much as it was left last week. So next week we can work on that stone walling, I think, there. I have been looking at it. But what I am going to do, well, what I have done, as you see, the bridge sides are not there now after last week. Bring you back. Sorry for making you dizzy. I have the fencing, which will finish off from the church. That has now been sprayed green with the last little bit of green spray I had. I've got to get some more. It's Brooklands Green Halford spray. Need to go and get another tin soon. Not needing it just now, but that's ready to go on it. And what I have done is given these a coating of sea grey. But look how good it's come out with the pot riveting. You can really see that pot riveting really well now. It's enhanced them fantastically. So I've done the 3. I'm just awaiting some more to arrive to do the back area, and then I can spray them as well. So that's the 3 pieces to go across that section. That isn't their final colour, I don't think. I think they will probably go green as well. I'm not 100% certain yet. I may leave them that grey because I don't want to have too much green. Although the picture I'm using to work out how it's going to go, they are green on that. But I'm just in 2 minds whether to keep with the grey, and it's Humbrol Sea Grey that I've used on these, which is a bit darker than the normal Humbrol acrylic grey I used. Literally sprayed on very quickly. Valley Brook Green, he says. Yeah, no, Brooklands Green. Like the grey, says Digger. Do you think we should stick with the grey? In fact, let me tilt the camera down. Do we stick with the grey? Or shall I spray them green as well to match? So the fencing, I can't remember which way up these go now, but the fencing will be attached to the edges of them. I have also done a matchstick ready, giant Cook's matchstick ready for the fence post. So that fence post will be in there, and then that will be butted up to it. Obviously it'll be cut off because that'll be on the land. Do we keep the grey or do them green to continue the green from the fencing? Pretty in pink. Grey with a bit of rust. Yeah, there's going to be rust on it regardless of what colour it is. And I thought, in fact, Digger, I was looking at your video recently about the rust effect you did. I found that fascinating.
I am going to have a go at rusting these up myself. Grey with rusting weathering powder. Stick with the grey. People are saying, but everyone's pretty much saying stick with the grey. Will there be a backdrop behind? There is a backdrop behind the fence, behind the bridge, but it's not a full height. But it's only a 3-inch high one. May just make it look a little bit higher up, but it's only a small one, primarily to give the view looking through the bridge. That's pretty much all it is. So everybody's saying, does everybody know what match or near match the GWR sand colour in Tamiya paints is? Effingham says go green. Not sure. Best person to probably ask, GWR sand colour. I know what colour you're on about. Barnabas blue. I could go blue. I've got plenty of blue. I could do them blue, but you don't really see blue girders, do you? Go with the grey, says Flymo. I want your opinions. I'm going to put a poll on my YouTube community tab. So I'd like you to vote. I'll put a post picture up. Please vote with what you would prefer. Until then, let's do the next, because we're running out of time and I've still got plenty to do. Let's do the last and final shout out of the show. So the final shout out of the show goes to a channel with only 246 current subscribers. I came across this channel some time ago. He does out and about videos as well, and he did a video recently of Caroline on the Italy incline. It does have a great little channel, and it totally deserves a shout out. Just a short about section, updates and running sessions on my model railway can also be found on Facebook. The layout that we're going to be giving the shout out for tonight is on the third and final shout out is Lonsmouth Model Railway. Currently sitting at 246 subscribers. It is also on Facebook, so please do check it out on both places. Obviously, please subscribe to it on YouTube. Take a look. Remember, as always, if you interact with the channel that you do subscribe to, click the subscribe, click the bell for all notifications of future uploads and videos, and interact with the channel by going on the latest video. Give it some thumbs, or go on or have a look through all their videos. Give them some thumbs up, and also drop them a message. Tell them where you saw them. They do a lot of quick short videos as well, like short but in landscape mode. But they do have a lot of feature-length videos on there as well, which you'd like to take a look at. But it's a good little channel to check out and have a look at how the modelling of that chapass's layout progress goes. So Lonsmouth Model Railway is today's third and final shout-out of the show. Back to these. I've just seen that... people have mentioned Clybridge Station says the Tyne and Wear Metro Bridge over the Tyne between Newcastle and Gateshead is blue and white. Right. I would have said that. I thought it might have been black and white, really. A lot of old ironworks around here used to be painted in black bituminous paint, says Newland. Blue Bridge in Norwich, but it blue, baby. Go for the colour of an existing bridge. In reality, which you like, says Railway 187. Well, there is a bridge very similar to what we're doing in my local area, and that is actually grey. Blue at Middlesbrough, says New Durham. In cities and towns, common to have coloured bridges. Out of town, they are usually boring grey, says Alan Reynolds. It is kind of out of town, really. It's out in the sticks. It's not in a city or a town in itself, this area, but it's obviously the layout is only so much of what it is. I'm thinking, I'm in two minds. Maybe have it bit of each. Have a little bit of green on it where it's peeled away, or because I can use like a mascol on it, spray a bit of green on it, and then peel the mascol off where it looks like it's rusted through. Obviously put some rust on there. It's settled grey it is, guys, says Digger. But I'll still do the poll on the community tab on this YouTube channel, so please do have a look at that in the coming days and let me know your thoughts, and get other people as well to have a look at that poll too. And no, we're not going to be pole dancing. Norwich, not North. Not Northwich, not Norwich. Sorry, said Valley Brook. Right, so we've got something special to show you. We mentioned it early in the show. We've got a parcel that arrived today by special delivery. It's not open, it's still sealed. I have not opened it because I've said I will not open it until tonight's show. So I know what's in it, but I've not seen it. So what I need to do, just get my knife, just to cut it open. And we're going to stick it on the layout and give it a run. What is it going to be? So let's cut through the tape, not through the box. You obviously you know I haven't said who's sent this either. So I'll explain. Drum rolls, says John PW22. Right. Well, it's in an excellent, it's well packaged in a great box. Let's see if I can pull this out of here. Is it going to come out in one go? Or has he taped paper to the box? It's come out. So, it's a box. There we go. I've been sent a box. Signed, sealed, delivered, and yours. Right, let's have a look. Ooh. It's a plastic bag. Ooh. It's Hornby. It's a Hornby. It's got a blue roof. Can you tell it's DCC fitted? Not going to let you look at that. It is GBRF class 60095. This has been very kindly sent over, but again, another product sent over from New Durham Junction. He asked if it could visit. Recently, we had his RAF class 156 that has gone back to its home, and he said, I'm going to send this over to you. And I said, no, wait on a bit, but he sent it. So this has come to visit for a few weeks here at the layout, and it is sound fitted, so it's going to be a little bit noisy. He has told me some of the functions, but it went in one ear and out the others, but we'll play around with it. Shall we get it out of its box? As always, going to be treated with absolute dignity and extreme care. Whoops! Not really. It has been sent here in factory release conditions. He's even sent the detailing pack with it. So I'm going to put that in the box as I don't want to lose it. It is actually open. Let's take the ice out of the ice cube. Put the detailing pack back in there. Slide that back over so we don't lose anything. Place that back in there. In fact, Sorry, shouldn't have pressed that. I pressed on the keyboard. Not having another shout out, don't worry. Right. Wow. Yes, indeed. It does weigh a ton. That is a heavy locomotive for Hornby. That is extreme. That has got some extreme weight to it. I wish I had a set of scales actually to measure the weight on that. But that is exceptional detail from Hornby. It's a long time since I've seen a Class 60. The last one was a Hornby one, but it was not very good condition one. But they've totally improved their products from the last one. Sprung buffers. Let's stick it on the layout. Right. Where should we place it? Let's place it down here, somewhere where I can actually get my fingers to the bogies. Right, I need to move that out of the way. Right, so let's check the lines. So that's over. Yeah, that was free. That one. That's the wrong one. It's that one. That's why it wasn't moving. There we go. That's now set. Let's go fire it up. Just double checking I've got the track power plugged in. Yeah. That is loud. Right. Let's see how she performs. Oh, stopped. That'll be dirty track. I think that sheet's off. I do think that's not on the track properly. Yeah. It is now. No, I still think that's not on the track. It's been such a long time since I put trains on track. And it stopped again.
it. Yep, it's the bogey. It's not on. There we go. Sorry, Craig. I'm ruining your loco. No, honestly, I'm not. Yeah. Let's take it back again. Right. Can't remember which one's which. Which point's that? Yeah, it's that one. Right. You can't quite see it coming in there. Oh, dirty track. None of this track's been cleaned actually. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch camera. Let's get it on straight. A low down view. Get them tanks filled, New Durham, yes. Just Andrew Sartorius, good evening. Oswald Street Road TMD. Thank you very much to moderators for capturing that rubbish.
in England, and F1 Europe. F1 is startup. In North America, it's F8. Oswald Road says he's been adding some crew members to a couple of his locos. I do like the sound of it ticking over. Very nice. Do like it ticking over. That is very, very nice indeed. Clyde, yep, done. So it's Andrew Satori saying, sorry I'm late. Evening Jason, evening all. No problem. In time for Model's Moment in a moment. It does sound good. Press number 8, says New Durham Junction. I take it that's thrash. Yeah, it needs to stay alive. Excellent. We'll snap a few photographs of that on the layout while it's here, and do some running with it as well once we get cracking on the bridge work. Johnny 5 alive. Right, so before we bring the show to an end, we've got one final thing to do, so let's turn the sound off. Wow, very good indeed. So, this week we've got a Modeler's Moment. Let's get it cracking. So, Modeler's Moment, this is the section where you out there get to have your layout featured on this show, this channel, and this is open to obviously anybody that has a model railway, whether it be on YouTube or not. It does not need to be. If you have got a model railway and you would like to have it featured on this show, this is the moment for you. Modeler's Moment on YouTube Tuesday. So we've not had any for a past couple of weeks. Nobody's requested to be featured on this part of the show. If you want to be featured in future episodes of YouTube Tuesday under the Modeler's Moment section, then you need to get in touch with me by email to barnabasjunction@gmail.com with a selection of photographs and or even some small short video clips. You can send those via email, but when I say short video clips, the reason why I say short is because obviously you can only send so much sized files through email. So yeah, you can do that. We have one this week. Thank you very much then to this week's Modeler's Moment goes to, and they are in the chat tonight. It's great to have you here. Can the Modeler's Moment show a layout in construction? It can be any form of construction at any point, even completed. Even if it's just baseboards, you can feature anything you want on Modeler's Moment of a model railway layout at any point. Right, so here we go. Today's Modeler's Moment, this week's Modeler's Moment is Clyde Bridge Station. They are in the chat, so congratulations, Clyde Bridge Station. Thank you very much for sending in just a small selection of photographs. Yeah, and I say you can send as many as you want. So Clyde Bridge Station has been sending photographs of his layout in development. Only 4 photographs, but plenty to see. that station looks phenomenal. I really am impressed. Obviously, going back to late 80s, 90s with the rolling stock and the trains, some great Class 47s in there. Just look at those. Absolutely fantastic locomotives on a great layout. So Clybridge Station, he was in the chat earlier on. He should hopefully still is. You are this week's Modeller's Moment. Please do check out his channel. There's plenty to see and enjoy. And I'm sure Robert over at Clybridge Station would appreciate you dropping by. So yeah, Clybridge Station, thank you very much for sending in your photographs for this week's Modeller's Moment. We certainly have enjoyed them, just as much as we've certainly enjoyed that GBRF 60 that New Durham Junction has sent over. Thank you very much, Craig. So that wraps this week up for you all. We will be back to Prodject Bridge next week, hopefully, when everything's on order has arrived. Plenty for me to get on with before we go on there. Remember, look out on the community tab of the channel for a poll on whether these girders should stay green or stay grey or go green. Let me know. I will post that on as soon as I can, probably in about an hour's time after the show. That'll be up there for a few days. I will take into consideration everybody's votes, and also if you've got any other suggestions about what it's to be, drop them in the comments below, and I'll consider those as well. It's been quite a busy in the loft tonight. Jason, a nice one, says Flymo. Thank you very much indeed. Get by it then, Metcalf Kits lad, says Finnerton Central. Yes, Finnerton saying it's a great channel. Good work on the layouts. Yeah, and yeah, check out Hamel Down. Just completed his baseboard construction. So fantastic channel also to check out, as well as everybody else. Check out each and every one's channel. If you like what you see, please do subscribe. Click the bell for all notifications and interact. Drop them, anybody that you do subscribe to, a comment on their latest video at least, and give them some thumbs up. Check out Scrap Lines just come into the house just as we're bringing tonight's stream to an end. Thank you very much, Tim, for dropping by. Good to see. We'll be back to scenic work. See, I've just mentioned scenic work, haven't I? I've mentioned the bridge, and the scrap lines just appeared. We're going to try that, I think, next week. We're going to go scenic, and we'll count how long it takes for Tim, a scrap line, to appear, shall we? Fantastic stuff indeed. Thank you very much. So again, thank you to everybody that's a channel member, helping to bring the support to this channel and helping to bring this development as it goes along. It's great to have your support. Remember, if you are a channel member, you get to see a lot of behind the scenes footage, as well as bonus stuff that might not necessarily be layout related. What is it? Well, you have to become a channel member to find out, because then you'll get exclusive access to the private Facebook group with some very special things going on there. We're on series 6 of episode 6 of series 6 this week. Where will episode 7 be taking us? Well, make sure you do tune in next Tuesday for that to find out. Big thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel, new and old, and anybody that isn't subscribed, please do so today. Remember, as always, on your way out, if you haven't already, please smash the like button and share any videos out from this channel with your friends, neighbours, dog, fish, cat, whatever, rabbit, granny, whoever it might be. Show them that you love the channel and show them the great content. So from myself here this week, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I'll see you again, hopefully, next week for another YouTube Tuesday. Take care, stay safe, and keep on modelling. Ta-ra from me.